Well, hi there, and welcome to another episode of Technique Tasters brought to you by Creative Scrapbooker magazine. My name is Noreen Smith, and I can typically be found over at organizedandcreativemom.com, but it's always my pleasure to be here to share with you some fresh new ideas, techniques, and tips using Creative Memories products. I am a Creative Memories advisor in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I'm really excited to show you how to use these beautiful laser cut pages today. So for this layout, I'm going to be using the new Leave Nothing Behind collection, which is a beautiful outdoor collection, and it really has a bit of a retro vibe to it. It's kind of like vintage camping in the national park. So I love this color palette. I love the retro feel of it, and I love all of the different pieces. Of course, there's a stunning paper pack as well as a more textural paper pack, 2 sticker sheets, one featuring wildlife images and one featuring, of course, the icons, word art, and stickers. So there's lots of embellishments to choose from. There's also a variety matte card pack, but the star of our layout is really going to be these laser cut pages. And these are fantastic because you get the look of a very detailed cut file, but with even more intricate details than you could probably make on your own die cutting machine. In this particular collection, I love these two. They have a beautiful all over pattern, and this one would frame a page just perfectly. But we're actually going to use this one that has 3 built-in photo spots. You'll also notice that the laser papers are reversible, so you get double the choices. So I'm going to use this particular laser cut, and as I mentioned, they are reversible, so you can choose which side you want to work with. I'm going to work with this side because I actually have some beautiful pictures of the mountains in Jasper, Alberta, and I think it's going to pick up that blue and teal colors just beautifully. And I'm going to use that fun sort of campground map background and a piece of dark green cardstock. I'm also going to use one of the variety matte cards, and I'm actually just going to slip it underneath here to provide a title and journaling space. And I'm also going to add a little small 3x3 photo into that journaling card as well. So it's going to do triple duty: title, journaling card, and photo spot. So I'm just going to start by laying my pattern paper on top of my base page, kind of on a bit of an angle. I think this will be a fun way to showcase this pattern, but also let some of the dark green poke through. And I'm just going to adhere that with my tape runner adhesive. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess paper with my all-purpose scissors. So I'm just going to flip it over and give it a bit of a trim. So now that I've trimmed off the overhanging pieces of paper, I'm just going to bring in my laser cut page, and I'm just going to set that on top just to see how it looks. So I'm going to be adding, as I mentioned, the Never Stop Exploring title card in behind here. And then I have 2 photos, a 4x6 and a 6x4. So I'm just going to attach those. And all you do to attach them to your laser cut is flip it over and add some repositionable adhesive around the edges, and then plop your photos down. So as you can see, the photo spots are perfectly sized for my photos. I don't have to do any trimming or anything. And now to attach the entire page to my layout, I'm just going to go back in with my regular adhesive. So now I can place my laser page onto my base page, and I think I actually will just give it a little bit of a turn just so I have a little bit more space down here for an embellishment cluster. And I'm going to do something a little bit fun up here at the top. First of all, I need to place my photo of this cute little chipmunk that we found hiding amongst the rocks when we were walking around Bow Lake in Jasper National Park. So I'm going to trim this down to a little 3x3 photo and do a little bit of journaling on this card before I do anything else. So that on its own would be a fantastic layout, and of course would only take you a few minutes to create using that laser page and a base page. But I'm going to just take it up a notch by adding a border that I'm going to cut with the new canoe wave chain. And I love this because it looks like a little canoe on the water, and we're going to just add a little piece of the canoe wave chain here and across the top. And I'm going to punch my border from some aqua cardstock using the original border maker system. Just place the paper into the paper guide and turn that to the back, and then place the canoe wave chain border maker cartridge into the housing and use that to punch along your paper. And this is kind of a fun border maker cartridge because you're actually going to get all of these little canoes in your debris that gets punched out, as well as some scalloped edges and some wavy edges. So you might be able to use those little pieces in your layout somehow as well. So now I've got this lovely chain border with 6 canoes, and I'm actually just going to trim this up a little bit because I don't want a full border across the bottom. I was thinking I would make a piece with 3 canoes that could just go across the board bottom here, and then a piece with 2 canoes that can go right up here at the top of my layout. I'm just going to attach those with some repositionable adhesive before I add my embellishments. So I've got some embellishments out here, and I found 2 little chipmunk embellishments that I think have to go on this layout to really sort of emphasize my little chipmunk there. And I think that I'd like to use that explore more to really sort of emphasize that idea of never stop exploring. Here's a little backpack we could tuck in behind there. We could have the explore more national parks, and then our little chipmunk can be right there along with it. So I love the way that looks. I'm going to use some foam squares to pop up some of these embellishments just so that they stand out from the background just a little bit. But I love that I don't have to do too much because there's already so many details, beautiful details up here, and by just adding this little chipmunk here, that completes that embellishment cluster. And then here I can use a combination of tape runner adhesive and foam squares to finish off another little embellishment cluster right down here. So I love the way that this layout has come together with some of the pattern paper, that fantastic laser cut page, the little extra detail of the canoe wave chain, and all of these fun little icons and images from the Leave Nothing Behind collection. I hope you get a chance to try the laser cut pages and the Leave Nothing Behind collection to document all your fun adventures this spring and summer. Thanks very much for joining me on this episode of Technique Tasters from Creative Scrapbooker magazine. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.